They said Jesus dead. Oh girl, look at him. Oh girl, look at him.
Welcome back, YouTube, to another YouTube video. I'm going to be talking about story times. I don't know how many story times I'm going to make, but let me just get right into the first one. So we're going to be talking about my great-grandfather and how he died, basically. So this is towards the end of his life. His wife has died. The only person that stays with him was my mom at the time. Maybe one of my aunts, I don't know. And this one dude. But yeah, so long story short, this guy was staying with him and he was smoking mad weed and he just was doing a bunch of stuff, and I guess he had a heart attack or something like that. He robbed him of all his jewelry, took his credit card, all the money he had in it on him right there. He took his car, his Bronco. He went to the ATM, took all his money, and he kept the apartment because my great-grandfather, he was from Italy. He came down. He had mad businesses. He was like a college professor. He was a bunch of stuff. He speak mad languages. He was just a lot. He had like business. He had a lot. Like, even my grandma, she speaks mad language. She's really smart. Like, all my family on my mom's side is really smart. I'm gonna be honest. Some of them are rich, but one reason I'm gonna say they're not rich. But let me get back to the last story time. What happened? So he just left. I think nothing happened to him. I think he got sued by my uncle or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, back to what I was saying. And the reason why how my family is not rich is because my great-grandpa Joseph, on my mom's side, his brother took all his money from, I think, his dad or whatever, had millions of dollars, took all his money and gave his kids, and they just stopped talking. He changed his name and all that. And the reason why my mom was staying with him, because she was underage at the time from the last story. That's why she was staying with him. And not only that, he raised my mom all her life until he died, obviously. Is because all her life until he died, or maybe a few years later, she was raised that all her aunts and uncles were her siblings, and not aunts and uncles. It was siblings, and that was her father, and his wife was her mother. But turns out my grandma, as they said it was siblings, was her mom, and she found it out. She was sad, obviously, but that's why she talks to them now, and her siblings / aunts and uncles. That's why she just called them by their real name instead of aunt. But yeah, now I'm going back to the second story time. So basically what happened, he took all his money, he dipped. I think that's pretty sure that's why he left Italy or something like that. I don't know. I think that happened in Italy, I don't know. Not too very sure. And then came to America, started the family. He met my grandma. Well, not my grandma, my great-grandma. And yeah, she was from, I think, Manhattan. All my family members are either from Manhattan, Brooklyn. I don't know about Queens. Maybe Queens. But yeah, those are the three places most of my family's from. Like, I have family that I really don't know. Somewhat New Jersey, Florida. But most of my main family that I know, like, that was raised around, or from the city or Long Island. And the reason why they moved from the city to Long Island is because it was way cheaper. And yeah, and less violence. But still a little violence in Long Island, you know what I mean? It's not as rough as New York City, but there's violence. Even though it's the same land as Brooklyn and Queens, but they don't claim it because the Act of 1898, they said they don't want to be a part of it. But let's get right to story time 3. This is going to be a long video, guys, by the way. This third story time is, so basically my dad was outside our apartment, like 1 o'clock, I think. Somebody was screaming for help, and 15 cops pulled, no, not 15 cops, 15 cop cars pulled up to my dad, and there's probably at least maybe 20 cops, since there's 15 cop cars, and there's probably 2 in each. maybe more. I don't know, but yeah, well, I don't think maybe more. I think it's up to 2, but whatever. Besides the point, they pull up. My dad thought he was gonna get arrested or get beat up or something, whatever. He was like, "Whoa, what the hell am I? What I do?" No, they're like, "No, you're not in trouble. Have you heard somebody scream for help?" He's like, "Nah, I don't know." This, that, and the third. He came to my apartment, the cops, I mean, and they asked my mom questions. They're like, if she needed help, and she's like, "Nah." But yeah, I was inside the house. I was like, damn. I just see all these cops. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's been getting active over here for no reason. I'm like, what the hell is happening over there? I see cop cars every single day. See ambulance every single day. I'm like, bro, what is happening? For the last 2 weeks straight, I've been just seeing cop cars and ambulance. Like, I be hearing sirens. Not right now, surprisingly, but and then like 3 nights ago, I heard gunshots. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Why is it active, bro? This is like a small ass town in upstate, bro. Cairo. Or Pearling, I should say. But yeah, it's been getting active. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. But let's get to the 4th story time. Alright, the 4th story time is gonna be about when I saw this old dude. I was riding my bike. It was like last week, and he was like in some tidy whities. I don't know. He was shirtless. It was he was taking at the trash. He was basically naked. Like that tidy whitey little pants was covering him from being naked. It was disgusting. But yeah. So I go past him, I'm like, ew. And he goes inside the house. I'm like, what? Or apartment, whatever that is. I don't know. I wasn't really too sure. I wasn't really looking either. I just saw it from far ahead. And he saw I was coming. So I was like, yeah. Alright, let's get to the 5th story time. I was in Walmart someday. Let's get to the 5th story time. So, this story time is going to be about how I saw a fight in Walmart. So, boom, getting food, trying to get some food, got in a car. I just see these 2 groups of people, these 2 mixed kids and these 2 dark-skinned kids. And they were going at it. One was bloody, and the cops split them up. And I just went off my way, and then got my food. That's basically what happened. Let's get to 6th story time. I forgot, this is the 5th or 6th story time? I think so. It's one of them. But yeah, I think this is the 5th. Or 6th, I don't know. I lost track. But yeah, this story time's gonna be how my brother died. My brother Jose. My little brother. So I was like being bad, I guess. I was destroying everything. And my mom couldn't, she was pregnant and she couldn't do anything. Like help, like clean the mess. She was trying to, and that's what led up to his death. So she called my dad. My dad didn't want to be bothered. I don't know why he wasn't just there, but he was hanging out with his family in Limbrook. That's where they lived at the time, and they were just hanging out. She would keep calling him, and eventually, what's it called? My aunt Josette goes there. She tries, but I think it was already too late or something like that. She goes to the bathroom, and he goes to the toilet. He goes into the toilet. Oh my god. It's disgusting. But yeah. It's crazy. I wish my dad was there. I was part of the reason why he died, but it's just crazy. And then my dad finds out later after she goes to the hospital. So yeah, let's go to the next story time. I think it's 6, 7. We're going to get to the next story time, but I forgot to mention, we got his ashes cremated, and we lost it in storage years ago. Maybe like 4 years ago, like during COVID, sadly. But yeah, next story time. So, this is how I was born 2 months earlier. I'm born on July 2nd. I was supposed to be born born September 9th, 10th, or 11th, one of them. So yeah, so my dad had his friend at one time, and my dad was getting on my mom's nerves, stressing her out, and she had to work while she was pregnant. I don't know why she's even working while she's pregnant. I'm pretty sure my dad wasn't working at all. My mom was, and she was pregnant. It's crazy. And so he and I'm not gonna name the other person, but it starts with a J. And so they both stress her out. She tries to go to work. She falls on the concrete. I'm surprised I'm still living. Like, all the stuff that happened. I was born 2 months early. Born 2.2 ounces. Couldn't breathe because the tube was like stuck in my throat. I was being a lot, losing, what's that word? Like, just basically dying, becoming alive. Dying and becoming alive. Like, keep going on and off. Thank God I survived. They said I wasn't going to live past a couple of years. Thank God I did, though. But yeah, let's get back to it. So yeah, that happened. She was supposed to go to work. Somebody found her on the ground. And they rushed her to the hospital. He and his friend, my dad, he eventually found out. They go to the hospital. And yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, let's go to the next story time. I think it's the 7th or 8th. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know if I told this story. But this takes place... Basically, I almost died in a snowstorm. So, it takes place in 2020. I'm at my friend's house. I'm not gonna name his name. But I'm not friends with him currently at all. I don't talk to him at all. But yeah, besides that point, so I'm at his house. My parents pick me up. It's fine. They get there, and as soon as they pick me up, bad storm happened, like really bad, like a snowstorm. So we're trying to go back. They can't see. We had to like look outside the window while my dad's driving, and we're like trying to see out the window. It was very hard. We got back, but we got there, but we almost fell in like mad ditches, and like. So we got back, like, by our house, but we fell almost ditches, almost like 3 ditches. We were fine after that. It was, like, really hard, but we got pushed through it. But then when we were trying to go up this hill, because we lived to get to the house, we had to go up a hill. So that's what was the hard part. So we tried to go up the hill. We were very close to falling off the hill, on the side of the hill, and, like, crashing into a big tree. So a guy helped us out. I had a truck and he pulled us up, and then we eventually got home. Thank God. Well, let's talk about the next story time though. 8 or 9, I don't know, but yeah. And my bad if it looks like different angles, is because I have to go back in my notes and try to remember and read each story time, because I don't gotta memorize. I just remember writing down each story time so I know. But yeah, besides that point, this next story time is how I caused a blood vessel to pop. I don't know how, but somehow I did it while I was playing basketball to somebody. So we were playing basketball, we were fine. Boom, boom, boom. 2-on-2. We were good, having a fun time. And then there's one of my friends I don't talk to. It's not the same person I last story time, but a different kid now. This was like 2022, 2023. And so we were playing ball. I tried to get the ball, like it went out of bounds, kind of, like it was about to. So I rushed to it. I guess he tried to slid, and he hit his eye right on my knee, and I guess it popped the blood vessel. I don't know how it did, but it did. And his eye was, it was like that, and it was like really red. But yeah, he went to the doctors after that. I was like, my bad, bro. I didn't even mean to do that. I really didn't. And then, yeah, so next story time. Let's get right into it. I think it's the 10th, 9th? I don't know. Next story time is going to be about how me and my grandma was on the run. So, we were at the library. She tells me to throw something in the garbage. It was like a big bag, right? And the lady yelled at me. She's like, you're not supposed to put that in there. I was like, that's garbage, right? So I am. So I wasn't supposed to, I guess. She calls the cops. So I get in the car. I dip with my grandma. And then the cops follow us. Somehow we lost them. I don't know. But we did lose them. But they were chasing us. It was fun, though. I'm never going to forget that memory. It's on my mom's side. My grandma on my mom's side. But yeah, that makes you laugh to this day. It was nerve-wracking when it happened, but it's funny now. But yeah, let's get right to the next story time. This next story time, I forgot what we're on. I don't even know how many number. What's the number? Oh well, doesn't matter. But this next story time is about how I saw a house get raided. This was like 5 cops. I think I made a story time about this. I definitely made a video about this, but I never made a story time, I'm pretty sure. But let's get, long story short, there was about 7 cops, I think, I don't know. And there was like 4 sheriffs, and they were all raiding the house, like they were going in. Like I was like, I didn't get it on video, sadly. And then, but yeah, I was just walking, and then eventually my parents picked me up, and we drive back, and we just see more cops pulling up, more cops. And like, even before my parents picked me up, I was still seeing more cops pull up. But yeah, after they picked me up, we sent them with like Mac. I couldn't record. My mom's like, and my dad's like, don't record, because none of your business. I said I would have recorded, but it would have been good content. But yeah, that is true. And not only that, the cops wouldn't want me to record, to be honest. But yeah, let's get right into the next story time. Next story time is how a teacher hit me. So she got mad. I hate this Spanish teacher at the time. It was like 2022, right? No, not 2022. 2021? Yeah. It was freshman year in high school. Right? So, me and my friend were chilling. I'm not really friends with him still, but we were chilling. She got mad. I guess he was doing paper or something. So, at the end of class, I tried to go to my next class, and she got mad. And this another teacher, she was like, she speaks French, I guess, and they were trying to hold me back, and I pushed them off me because they were pushing me, and then they were trying to close the door like also. So I took the hand, pushed it off the door, and actually no, I didn't even push it off. I just grabbed the door. Yeah, I just remember now. Yeah. I just grabbed the door, opened it, and somehow I got through. I don't know. They were like grabbing my body. It was crazy, but I just got through. They're like, what did they do now for? I'm like, and then I got, I think, out of school detention or something like that, or in school detention. Because I was like, suck my dick, you fucking fat bitch. Something like that. And then, eventually though, it was worth it though. Because she got fired from the school. Sadly, the French teacher didn't though. Because the Spanish teacher put the blame on herself. So, she kept the job while the Spanish teacher dipped. She was out of there. But yeah, I finally got the last laugh. Well, I didn't finally, but I did get the last laugh. But yeah, this next story time is how my uncle threw his controller because I beat him in Madden 21. Yeah. So basically, my aunt, my sister, my grandma went to his house one time. And we went over. He's like, you want to play? I bet you won't beat me. I was like, I bet. Let me use the Baltimore Ravens. And he used the Chiefs. So I sweep him. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't sweep him, but it was like 30 to 34 to like maybe 16, 20. I don't know exactly. He got mad, he threw his controller, everybody was laughing. I told my dad about this, my dad was working at the time. And I was like, yeah, he threw his controller, he was so pissed. But yeah, let's get right to the next story time. The story time is gonna be how I got my second kiss. I was at a homeless shelter. And this black girl liked me, I liked her. Not really, kind of. But she likes me more. So, I gave her a kiss. She gave me a kiss. Yeah, that was that. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Peace, I'm out.
Like, that's what you heard when I fly. Say the wrong thing, then my gun getting caught. Bro told me chill, but I'm throwing a lot. He think he's signed to on white pants, nah. Any chance that I get, I'm throwing what I got. Shoot a nigga who you shot. People in his face, he couldn't see the dot. Like.